Well, how did the tournament in Split go for Mate Dodik in the semifinals last weekend? Let's put it this way. It could have been better. Mate lost in 3 sets to Mikrut, and it was an eye-opening defeat, at least for Mate. He has already won a lot this season, and yet I knew that we urgently needed to work on a few things. But when a player wins a lot, it is not always easy to convince the player because he's successful in the end. Talking to him after this defeat, I have the feeling that Mate is really ready for it now. Then, this defeat had its positive side. The doubles for Slava Belinsky in Split was also positive. Together with his Polish partner Szajruch, he won the doubles competition. Of course, the doubles do not have the same importance at these tournaments as the singles, but it was still a good ending. His words about the victory can be heard here.
So I want to say also thank you very much for my especially doubles partner. It's my best doubles in the world, I think so, with him. And so thank you very much for organization and everything. I love to hear. I have good memories here, so thank you very much for my coach also. So everyone, thank you.
So I had to say goodbye to Split. I met a lot of people I hadn't seen for a long time, including Mario Ancic, who is now a successful investment manager living in New York. Thank you for the coffee, by the way. A lot of work was waiting for me again in Vienna. Temperatures are slowly rising in Vienna, and summer is approaching in small steps. Unfortunately, the wind didn't want to say goodbye just yet. This makes certain exercises I had in my mind not easy or practical, but as always, there are alternatives. Yuri Rodionov prepared for the qualification for Rome this week. So far, the season on clay has been volatile. Yuri's tennis has been good at most tournaments, but he has often been unable to make the most of his opportunities. We are trying to increase his confidence in his strokes and qualities so that he is ready to play his tennis more consistently in important situations. I am from time to time surprised by the quality that Yuri can bring to the court. Of course, it's also important that he recognizes what possibilities he has, and even more important, that he has confidence in himself when there are problems somewhere. Last but not least, he always has enough potential to solve any problem on the court if he keeps calm and keeps an overview. Mate Dodik was motivated to take the necessary steps to make his game even more dangerous when he faces opponents who have an uncomfortable game for him. Of course, he has to get out of his comfort zone, but he's aware of this, and I try to motivate him not to leave this path. One thing is certain, there will be problems along the way. Then Mate will hopefully be ready to continue on the journey and not fall back into his comfort zone. Many players have already fallen into this trap. This week with Mate had its highs, but also its lows. So there's certainly still room for improvement. For a player who tries to solve everything in a very natural way, it is certainly still a learning process in practice. Matthias Kask, who plays for Canada, visited us for a few sessions this week before heading off to Bosnia to play futures. Slava Belinsky, Sebastian Sorga, and Denis Dragomirov were in Osijek, Croatia. My partner Ivan Galic was there with them. Slava Belinsky is in the semifinals after some good performances Sebastian Sorger was unable to play his quarterfinal due to rain delays before the video was completed. Denis Dragomirov still has to play the doubles semifinals. So far, it has been an enjoyable tournament. I will report again on the further progress. Next week will certainly be interesting again. Thank you for your interest, and I hope to see you again next week.